Welcome to Allies or Enemies. I am Shawn and I'm all alone today because I am doing an unboxing of last week of summer. So this is, I just got a prototype. It's in this box. I haven't even opened it yet. I am terrified. So this cost me 280 pounds-ish. I did it through Launch Tabletop. I don't really know what I'm doing with a lot of this stuff. So I was just learning how to do the files. I don't know how this is going to look, but this is my first ever board game prototype, like actually made at a factory prototype that I have ever had. Everything else I've just made myself. So I'm very worried about this. I'm excited about this. We're gonna see what this looks like right now. So you're gonna see with me if I'm excited, if I'm sad, how this goes, if I know how to use scissors correctly. Oh boy. All right, so we got a little thing in here to further delay this. Oh, this is pretty cool. So this is the box of last week of summer. This is awesome, isn't it? So this is George Brad is the designer of the artwork on the box. My buddy Rich helped to do a little bit of the kind of the relaying out. He added these little borders and stuff. He did Crown of Ash, if you know that game. It's a really cool game. Go check it out. Anyway, and I've got two of them in here, but obviously we're just gonna look at one right now. And the stuff inside of this too, I'll say as well. So I don't have the wood stuff in here. It just costs too much to get from there. So I'm gonna buy all of that separate, the wooden cubes and everything kind of once I see what the colors look like. I'm gonna get cubes to go with that, figure out the characters, figure out everything else. So everything in here is going to be punch boards right now because they also couldn't do the boards quite how I envisioned. So what I ended up doing was just getting thick punch board and making all the locations out of that. So this is going to be punch boards and it's gonna be, this is amazing to see. This is gonna be punch boards and it is going to be cards. Oh my goodness. This just feels ridiculous that it's like, oh, in the back, I just did the artwork. Sorry, I'm trying to get into this in a way that is the safest. This is the tightest I've ever seen plastic on a game ever. The one time that I really care about getting it right. Here we go. Okay, so let's open up this, take off the cellophane. Did a nice job on the box, I'll say. So far so good. Let's see. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh my goodness. I mean that in a good way. Wow, so this is the punch boards that we got. This is our cards. We got these mini cards and we've got these bigger cards. And one of the things I was scared about is I did this rasterized thing on these cards. All right, let's start off with the cards. So I did this thing where I was kind of rasterizing what was on there. So I was making these little, so it looks a little worn and whatnot. But what I didn't do was put a layer behind. So I was terrified that all of that wasn't really gonna show up, but it looks like it did, and I'm so happy about it. So here's what these are gonna look like. So we have got, this is just a blank one. So this is a party card. And then these are the location cards. Oh, these turned out really cool. So here's the location card, here's the back, here's what the front looks like. That's the anywhere one. This is what the arcade one looks like. So these are for all the different player cards here that we've got. So we got blue, we've got green here, then we have got pink, and we've got the yellow. The yellow turned out a little greener than I would like, but I'm gonna have some things I gotta fix anyway. So yeah, the yellow and the green turned out a little similar, so I'm gonna have to fix that yellow. But then if you look at the back of these, you got, here's the record store ones, the skate park, and all of these have a work and and just a location to them as well. So that's the work and the location of that one. These are really cool. This is exciting. Then we got the Primo video. So I made a card, but there's also going to be a bit in the punch board of that one. This is where you put your money. It's in these 80s style Velcro wallets, and those turned out really cool. I'm really happy with those. Those are awesome. These are going to be the town cards. These are going to go into the middle of it to show where the cool kids are going to live. And oh, this is on me. I think I did these a little bit weird. I wish that they went this way, but you got to flip them this way. All right, there's going to be a few things I got to fix. It's not the end of the world though, that's for sure. The tag goal cards, that's what these look like. And then the party cards are for all of the 6 different locations. And then we have got these Topps record cards. These also I flipped the wrong way. All right, so lesson learned, that's okay. This is a first prototype. This is totally usable and I'm still very happy with it, but look at that. These are cut really well. These are all, because they warn you that there can be like a 3mm, which is a lot of space. Like poor cut or whatever. 3 variants around the cards, but these, I think they nailed them. Those borders are like right on the money across the board. I'm so happy about that. Okay, let's dive into the big one. Oh boy, okay, here we go. So these are the location boards. Oh. So that's what that looks like, and that's the back of that. And what I did with this is I actually, because I want this to be double layered, I made a second one, but these bits are gonna punch right out of it. Oh, and these would just fall right out of there. Oh, that's so nice. Those are beautifully cut. I was so worried about this because this variance would make a big deal, but what's gonna happen? Oh, and it works perfect. Is that guy. I'm just gonna glue it on top of that guy, and we are gonna have a double layer board that you can put things in to blow up your aliens. So that is going to work perfectly. I am so happy with how that turned out. That's the thing I was most scared of. These are our player boards. Let me punch one of those out. So this is one side of this player board. You can see it's a little VHS. It ended up being a bit longer than I wanted it to be, but it needed to be for gameplay. And then this is the side if you were using the record store. So if you're using the record store, you're gonna end up with this chunk as well that you're putting stuff on. Those turned out great. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so good. This is the blue and yellow one. Here's the skate park. Oh, their colors are so vibrant on this. I'm really happy with this. Look at how bright those colors are. Amazing. Here's Primo video. And then just to say a bit about the, so the graphic design of all of these, I've been working on this for quite a while, working on this myself. Really, it's been a lot of learning curve. The early ones I did in this were in like Pages and Word, and I stretched that program to the limits of what you could do. And then I kept building them out and playing with friends. And one of my friends up in Edinburgh is Judson Cowan. And if you know his game, Deep Regrets, it's beautiful. He's an amazing graphic designer, amazing illustrator. Anyway, he kept playing my game, giving me feedback. Shawn, you got to do this. You got to like this little tips on making the graphic design better. And I was getting it, but I wasn't quite getting it. And finally, he just sent me like kind of out of the blue one day. It was just like, hey, I just did one of the locations for you. This is what I mean. So he did this one for me, and it was pretty close to this. I made some little tweaks, and that just sent me on my way because I could take all these little icons that he did, these cassettes he did this friend track, he did this, and then I could put that on all the other locations, and I just learned so much from seeing him do it, and then I got how to do the rest of them. So yeah, I cannot thank him enough. His taking an afternoon to make this for me, it saved me weeks, months of work and made this so much better. Here is the Q-Mart. Look how pretty that is too. So, and then it's got this, this brick wall thing in the back. You're going to be spray painting this. I'm so happy with that. Here is the burger rocket. So here's something that I screwed up a little bit, and I know I did. So I want this purple stripe to go down like this across all of these. In my haste of putting the files together, I put it slightly too far up. So in future ones, this is going to come down a bit and go across all these numbers. I think it's going to be fine because it's going to be double layered, so it's not going to be a big deal. But yeah, it's going to look better in the final one because this is going to come down. It's going to, I know right now you're probably thinking, this looks fine. It's going to make a big difference. And then we have got our, here's our main punch boards here. So we've got, oh, look at these. Here's our little graffiti token. And these are all laser cut. And I didn't go with the die cut because it's quite a bit more expensive, especially if you're only doing 2. But wow, they did a good job. The plus of the laser cut is that they can get it a little bit more like right to your specifications. So there is almost no variance on these. These are cut beautifully all the way across. My goodness. Here's the friend token. And then here's the money. I tried to make them look a little bit like Canadian loonies, of course. These are these little street signs. So if you can't put the boards in a circle like I have been, and you've got a weird table, you can use these, and that's gonna show you how they're gonna connect to the town card so you can move your cool kids around. Oh boy, this one I was excited about. First, here's the party house. I think that's really good. But look at these. These look great. These are the cassettes. So you're gonna use these for all of your scoring. Oh, I'm like choking up. I'm so excited about this. Oh man. But yeah, so these you're gonna use for all of your scoring and stuff. These are kind of the stars of the show, and these turned out beautifully. My goodness, seeing this actually in the world it's amazing. It's amazing to see this. All right, then we've got, oh boy, this is the little VHS return thing. Of course, please be kind, rewind. So you're gonna put your used movies on there. Here's the town hall. Here we go. This is pretty cool. And then we've got our skate tricks and more graffiti. So I use that old, so here's the S. So I drew this dumb S that, you know, we all drew on our books in junior high. You can see all the black that's getting on me. That's from the laser cuts from touching the side. I'm gonna have to be a bit careful when I touch stuff that I don't make it gross. But, so maybe I'll just hold the sides for now. But here are all of these are all the skate tricks. So you can see those up close. They came really vibrant. This little skateboard that's on it, that's the thing I'm like the most proud of drawing ever. There's more of those. We got all of our VHS, or all of our cassette tapes. These are just, and then here's the burger rocket without the cuts. I'm gonna be careful with this because my hands are so black, but the other one's gonna go on top of this and it's gonna work perfect. And then here is the record store. My goodness, I am overwhelmingly happy with this. There's also these guys. I don't know if I should open these right now because my hands have gotten gross. Boy, but here we go. So these are the food cards. These ones are cut a little off, but it also may be me. But you can see them pretty clear. So that's the yuck and yum. These were also the cover artist, George Brad, also did the art on all of these food cards here, and I think he did a really good job on that. These are these cheat code cards you can get at the arcade. These are these little coupons. I was pretty proud of making these. These go with the burger place. And then I've got a whole bunch of these little mall cards, and these might end up in an expansion. I don't know. I ended up with these little mini cards. I had about 50 extra because they only do them in like 90s, and I only needed like 40. So I really quickly was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do these, and we're gonna see if I can use them in the future. So I made all of these mall cards without even a full idea of what this is gonna look like. Yeah, I figured better than blank cards. So we'll see if I end up using these and if I end up with more stuff. But you know what? Why leave anything blank? oh my goodness. So that's the unboxing. I am unbelievably happy with this. I have been nonstop stressed since I sent this about what this is going to look like. It was a lot of money. I'm pretty poor. So putting down that much money was terrifying, and having it for something that is going to be so important, because this is going to be in a lot of videos now. This is going to be something I'm sharing on social media. This is going to be all over the place. This is really, this is the selling card of the game. And I could not be happier with how this turned out. Just holy cow. So let's hope now that those double layered boards work out and that those go together. And let's hope people like the game. I think they will. They have so far. But thank you so much for watching this with me. This is overwhelming to do this. I'm going to go just pass out now and play with all these little things and wash my hands. Thank you so much. Please go to the Kickstarter page and follow along with that, because this is going to be coming out hopefully late spring. And we really want this to be a success. And I've got a whole bunch of other games that I'm hoping to get into the pipeline and just kind of start doing them one after the other. So please do support it. Do follow the project. If you can buy it, please do buy it. But even if you just want to follow it, support it, that is so helpful. And again, I'm Shawn Hoult. Please come back for another video. All right. Thanks so much.